Hello and welcome to Oclef Kinder. My name is Mr. Piano. This is Moonlight Melody. Let's begin with finding our hand position. Our right hand thumb is going to be on middle C. Our first two notes are C and E, played with fingers 1 and 3, skip apart, the third apart. In the second measure, we have 4 and 2, rest, 4 and 2. On D and F, also a third apart. Let's look at the left hand. It says 3 is on G. 3 is on G. Another way to find this is to have left hand thumb on B. So right hand thumb on middle C, left hand thumb on B. Good. And we begin by playing left hand 3, right hand 1 and 3. But make sure to hold left hand 3 for 3 beats. 1, 2, stepping up to 2 on A flat. 4, 2. Good, let's try these two measures one more time. Beginning with left hand 3 on G. Skipping up to right hand 1 and 3. Stepping up to 2, 2 and 4. In the next measure, we have 1 and 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now here we have to move 2 back to A natural. See where that pink arrow is? Right here. We have to move 2 back to A natural. So we're stepping up from finger 3, stepping up, skipping back down to 3. And the rhythm is 1 and 2, 3, 1, 2. And the right hand will play on beat 2 after you play A flat. You play 4 and 2, 3 and 1. Let's play that whole line again. Left hand 3, skip up to right hand 1, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And we have a crescendo here once we learn this. Well, we can add a crescendo. So what that means is we're going to get louder all the way from G to B. B is going to be where it grows. G, and then we will play this softer. Let's try that. Let's try it again. In the second line, we begin on finger 3 in the right hand on E. Step up to F, G, and skip back down to E. Let's play this pattern. 1 and 2. Very good. We're going to have that pattern again, starting on 2 this time. 2, 3, 4, going back to 2. Make sure those first 2 notes are 8th notes. That means we'll count them as 1 and 2, 3, the last half beat. At the same time, we have left hand 1 on B. Making sure to hold that for 3 beats. When we step down in both hands from B and D to A and C. So stepping down from D, C, stepping down from B to A. And then 1, 2. Make sure these are 1 beat each, right? 1, 2, 3. So we'll play that B on beat 2. Let's try this whole line, just the right hand together. 1, 2, 3. Very good. Let's add the left hand. Left hand 1 is on B. Begins in the second measure there. Very good. Does the third line look familiar to you? Let's try playing it. you might remember that it sounds similar to the beginning. It's exactly like the beginning. The dynamics might be a bit softer, however, they are the same notes. So that's left hand 3 on G, skipping up to right hand 1 and 3. Make sure we hold 3. 3, A flat, 4 and 2, 3, 2, 3, 2. And this part here, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2. So we have to step back up to the black key, just a half step above G. So this measure, let's try. 1, 2, 3. In the last line, we have a left hand crossover. What does that mean? Well, it just means that at the end, the last measure, which I boxed in there, in the right hand, we have 1 and 3 on C and E, and the left hand will cross over and play 2 and 4 on these same notes an octave high. So let's try that. 1, 2, 3. And make sure to hold this for 2 beats. 1, 2. Good. Let's try that last line one more time. So we start on 3, step up to 5, skip back down, step down, step up 1, step up 1, skip down, step down to 1. So the beginning numbers are 3, 4, 5, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 1. And of course, the left hand plays B at the same time. Starting from here, we will play the whole last line together. Here we just have 3, 2, 3. And then going to right hand 1 and 3. To left hand, cross over to 4 and 2 on C and E. Measure 13. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 3. And notice that I slowed down a little bit. RIT stands for ritardando, which means to slow down just a bit. We also have a decrescendo. Decrescendo. So that means we are slowing down and getting softer. All right, so let's try the whole thing from the beginning. Let's find our hand position. Right hand 1 on middle C, left hand 1 on B. There you go. 1, 2, 3, ready, and play. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 2, If you want to try this a little faster, think of this as a waltz. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1 and 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1 and 2, 3, 1 and 2, 3, 1 and 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1 and 2. Slowing down, 1. So next we're going to do a fun project. We're going to need a piece of paper and something to write with. It can be different colored pens, colored pencils, anything of your choice. Let's begin.
All right, so in front of me, I have a colored pencil and I have a pen. I'm going to go ahead and draw as best I can, a crescendo. So I'm going to draw a crescendo. Here's a crescendo. It's a little wider than the one on the screen, but that's okay. Okay. This is decrescendo. So let's go ahead and trace this. I'm going to color it in. I don't know. Get creative just so I can see it. Maybe you have a different color. That's awesome. Maybe you have more colors. Just going to trace it like that. And we're done. Maybe I'll write crescendo. What do you think? Can we trace this too? C R E S C R E S C E N D O. Crescendo. That's this one. Now, to find this one, what we would add is 2 letters to this word. I'll write it with the pen first. De. That's just for the purpose of describing crescendo and decrescendo. And so we can get used to tracing it. So when we see it in the music, we know to get louder and here to get softer, right? Decrescendo. Good job.
When you're practicing at home, it's important to maintain a steady hand position, keeping your hands on the keyboard. Keep your eyes on the music. Start slowly and then build up speed, kind of like we did. 1 line at a time, right? We can practice even 2 measures at a time. Thank you so much for joining and happy practicing.